I'm Savannah.
I'm Rachel.
Hey, I'm Riley.
Hey y'all, it's me, your boy Jordan.
And we're the Worrisome Wanderers.
In this vlog, we have discussed how the way you travel can impact the environment. The way you travel, whether it be near or far, for work or for fun, can impact the environment. The choices that we make can directly benefit or harm the world. Since more people are traveling, the emissions levels will only continue to rise. If we continue to choose these harmful actions, we will not only put the Earth at risk, but all the species that live on it will also be at risk. The continuing of these harmful actions will be detrimental to the planet, but there are things that can be done. There are many ways that we can prevent harming the environment.
Throughout our vlog, we've looked at several different options for lessening our environmental impact while we travel, from government regulations to transportation to lodging and much more. Many of our solutions have a lot of pros and cons, as stated in the previous vlog, but there are also some other things to look at, such as the traveler's willingness to go through these solutions. Eco-lodges are one of the best options for lodging while on trips. They produce little waste, use minimal energy, and also lessen the carbon emissions and help support local communities. However, it is unrealistic to assume every traveler will want to go to an eco-lodge when they cut down on a lot of amenities and also have many sacrifices that come with rooming in a natural environment. Hotels that are sustainable initiatives are another common solution for people who want to find an environmentally friendly place to stay while vacationing. Hotels working to reduce carbon emissions, waste, electricity, plastic waste, and water usage are more realistic for travelers who are used to having a lot of amenities while traveling, but they are also not looking for a drastic change. Clean transportation is another option because it significantly reduces the carbon emissions and is more helpful to the environment as opposed to other transportation options, but it is a little bit more difficult because it is not as common. It's not very available, as a high cost to maintain. And then stopping travel altogether is a final solution that we've also looked at in the video, but it is not very realistic to people who enjoy traveling or going on vacations, and it cuts down on a lot of the fun of the travelers. While it would be significantly helpful to reducing the environmental waste and the cost to the environment of travelers, it would also be detrimental to local communities whose revenue depend on the tourists and the money they produce from traveling.
Because many of these solutions are not feasible, the final solution that we've chosen to recommend is individual actions. In his article in Nature, Manfred Lenzen ends with a call to action that individual actions are the best way to solve the issue of travel's impact on the environment because the previous solutions we've been looking at have not been working. And there are many ways that we can do this, and I talked about that in part 7 of this vlog. And I listed some of my favorite ways that we can, as individuals, lessen our impact on the environment as we travel. One of these ways is to start by educating yourself on the issue and knowing what practices you're doing are harming the environment. The next way to help is to look into the companies and places that you're traveling with to make sure that you're not going to places that don't have any sustainability initiatives and that the companies you're supporting are taking steps to be more environmentally responsible. And lastly, you can start implementing small steps in order to be more environmentally friendly, such as walking more, recycling, or using a reusable water bottle. Every movement starts small and we can make a difference.
The future holds a lot of potential when we put our environment-friendly ideas into action. Ecotourism and clean, safe choices abroad will be a deciding factor and major step toward halting climate change that we're beginning to experience, even now. By convincing and inspiring those around us to take individual actions on a daily basis, we'll begin to see the gradual but crucial change in this trend that is pushing our planet towards extinction. This is a huge action that we as an entire planet are going to be undertaking. If we can accomplish this effectively, we will find ourselves with a substantial amount of time to gradually transition to clean and reliable energy sources, as well as establish more ways for people to make more green choices abroad. If our planet is cooking itself as quickly as some experts say, then we're going to need all the time we can spare. This is exactly why the more time we have in the future, the more progress we are going to be able to make at a reasonable but effective pace. The future is bright, but only as long as people, like you and me, are willing to stand our ground, to put up a fight and ensure that in 100 years, we're going to have a planet that our grandkids are going to be proud of.
It is crucial that we protect the environment by educating ourselves to make responsible choices. These choices are imperative to ensure preservation and prevent extinction of many species. Travel currently accounts for 8% of global carbon emissions, and that amount is only going to increase. In fact, in the next 5 years, it is expected to have a 30% increase in travel-related carbon emissions. If these numbers prove true, they could be detrimental to the planet. Join us in choosing more environmental-friendly travel ways. Become a Worrisome Wanderer today.
Happy travels!